Mulan it was so beautiful to watch, just everything, the graphics, the styling. So Ife, I would love to know first off, what did it feel like first for you when you stepped onto the set and you were in your costume?
Yeah, I remember that's the matchmaker scene. And I remember when they called for lunch break and they're shooting other sides, opposite sides. I always tend to stay in my movie home because the set was just so incredibly beautiful. And it just gives me this feeling that will help me get into the character, I feel. Every details I see just makes me feel that I really live in that time, in that house.
And Nikki, I'd love to know too, what did you first think when you saw her, stepping onto the set as you're...
Oh, it was such a long time coming because we prepped this movie for so long. There's so much. People don't understand how much work goes in before you start rolling cameras. So when that day comes, it's like everything pulls into focus, and there she is, and it was a wonderful moment.
And it's so fitting, actually, that you said the matchmaker scene was first, because I think seeing Mulan now as an adult, it resonated a little bit differently with me. As a child, I'm like, oh, she's awesome, she's a warrior, but now I see how it weighed so much heavily on family values and how marriage is weighed so much, especially as a woman. Even now, across different cultures, it almost seems like marriage is like the marker of success. And I would love to know what you hope Mulan, what kind of message it sends to the older female viewers.
I think, and maybe this is true in your particular case, it feels to me like this version of Mulan is a coming of age. For all the people that loved the animation as children, we now give you guys and everybody this new version that's a little bit more complex. Mm-hmm. It's certainly bigger and more explosive in its action, but I hope that it still has the heart and the humor from the animation, and that along with its kick-ass action sequences, it has real emotion.
Yeah, and Ife, same for you. Do you have...
For me, it's you can create your own reality. There for you to choose who you want to become. There is no limit.
Yes, I love that. And there's so many also different themes throughout the entire film. Which ones resonated with both of you most?
There's two for me, and I think probably for both of us, right? I mean, devotion to family, which is like the strongest thing, right, for Chinese people, I think, filial piety. But also so strong for me because I have a family and I am devoted to them. But equally, the idea of truth, of being yourself, and that when you are your authentic self, when you are not in disguise, that's when you can tap into all of your power. And when you do, you can be like Mulan, unstoppable and all-powerful.
Devotion to family, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I remember it was on the sword. I think really movies did dig deeper on that level. Like, what is actually devotion to family? It's not one thing, I think. It's actually unconditional love. Unconditional love means you, individually, you can be you. But the love is just so big. And yeah, it's everything.